Out of Germany, let's bring you the very latest details and the latest video. At least 25 people are under arrest in what German prosecutors allege was an armed plot by a far-right group to overthrow the government. Tactical units led 3,000 officers in raids across the country this morning. Now, Trent Murray is back with us from Berlin to update the story. What are we now learning about the alleged plot and those who've been arrested today? Trent?
Yeah, good morning, Heather. I mean, we are learning more detail, and I have to say it really reads like a Hollywood script in some ways, but the German government finds it an extremely serious situation, and that is why we are learning more details. We know, according to investigators, that this group had been planning, and they were in the final stages of trying to storm the lower house of the German parliament and to take hostage several MPs and ministers and then attempt to overthrow the government. Now, they said as part of that planning, they intercepted communications where members of that group discussed that there would be deaths as part of that of politicians, but they considered that a necessary step in order to enact this change of the overall government here. Now, what we do know is that the alleged ringleader in all of this is a man called Prince Heinrich VIII. Now, he's a minor royal, if you will, in the old aristocratical circles of Germany. Of course, we don't have a royal family here anymore, but there are certainly descendants of it, and we understand he was involved. He wanted to be the leader of the new government. He'd also got a former retired paratrooper from the German military aside to be his defense minister. Now, we also know that there were contacts made between this group and the Russian embassy. The Russian government has said it doesn't cooperate with terrorist groups or armed organizations, but nevertheless, we know the German government is looking at all of that very, very closely. The Attorney General here will be giving an update very shortly to try and fill in some of the gaps that are still missing. But Olaf Scholz's spokesperson was asked about it, Heather, in the past few minutes, and he said he praised law enforcement and said it showed that the German government was always alert to any threats to its democracy.
Trent, thank you very much. Covering that story for us in Berlin, Trent Murray.